Hi, this is Jesse and
Matt
from Dice with the Round Table, and today we are going to talk about the legendary card game that's Marvel focused
from Upper Deck. This, we do have the core game.
Yes.
We have a handful of expansions, so really just talking about the game itself. We got 1, 2, we have, just so you have reference for what we're talking about, we got Marvel, Paint the Town Red, Shield, Heroes of Asgard, Fantastic Four, World War Hawk, X-Men, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
So, for us, storage, if you get into it, the storage is part of the issue. This is our storage with all these cards.
And it works well for the most part.
We store the game board up here. The rules go in a folder going up here.
Yep.
And it works pretty well. We are exceeding almost to the max though. If you don't know what Legendary, it's a system by Upper Deck. Co-op, you can do semi-co-op where you do have a point system to see who wins, but it's really just fun just to sit there and
just play it
out.
Yep.
It's Marvel based, so you got superheroes, you got your villains, henchmen,
Mastermind
that you're fighting. That's your bad deck plus their plan that you're trying to stop.
And you also have what they call a scheme, which is an added layer of other bad things that can happen whenever you pull the card. So you're definitely fighting against the game to win.
It is a classic deck builder where you start with a basic hand. As you go through, you're trying to build that group of cards that you have options for combat, purchasing, and balancing that out. You have a strip of bad stuff happening, and villains can escape, and you're trying to keep them from escaping, saving bystanders, weighing out when to go after the big baddie because you have to beat them a certain number of times, which can change based on who you're fighting. Overall, game mechanics.
I love this game. It's one of my favorites. So, hence all of the expansions, because, that way we just get variety. So, I really enjoy the game. It's really straightforward.
No, you do not have to be a Marvel fan, because she is not.
No, I'm not. I don't like... Well, I like Marvel, but I'm not a huge fan. So, it fits my deck-building niche game.
She likes card games.
I do like card games. And I like cooperative games. I much enjoy playing with someone to achieve a goal than against someone to beat them.
So, mechanics-wise, depth and variety.
There is tons of variety. There's even an app out there called Assemble, and you tell it which expansions you have, and you can use that to mix up what you play with for each game. So we frequently do that.
And so far, the app has not made it impossible to win. Where if it's helpful, if you're fighting like one of the X-Men villains, it does give you a couple X-Men in there, so that because it's dependent on icons, because you'll need certain things for certain villains to make it easier. So it does give you the option of having the 1 or 2 or 3 characters that are key for that type of fight, but then it'll throw in some random stuff. So you might have Bishop, Quicksilver, Cyclops, Beast with Spider-Man.
Yep.
And there you go.
There you go.
More players you have, you do get a bigger deck to go through. Game ends when you beat the Mastermind, or you run out of the good deck or bad deck, which is not a good thing.
Or you draw too many cards of a certain type.
So, and that's based on the scheme.
And that's based on the scheme, yep.
But the scheme will dictate any extra end game
rules
results.
Yep.
So, otherwise recommended.
I recommend this game. Putting it together and back apart each and every time is a little bit of a pain, but it's not so awful. It just, you line them all up and you put them back as you go. But, other than that, I think it's great because there's so much variability. I don't think we've played all the schemes yet. We haven't played all the masterminds yet. So, we're still crunching through and seeing how everything works.
This is the stack of schemes that you have to go through with all the decks we have. So I mean, there's probably at least 50 there, if not more.
We have only won this game about half the time, if I remember correctly. So
It's got a good challenge
it's
to it.
a good challenge, yeah.
And the gameplay time is probably setup, play, and breakdown. We can do it in about 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's about a 60-minute playthrough for 2 players, and it's solid. Good for communication skills as you're going back and forth. So yeah, highly encouraged for that.
Yes.
It's not like solo co-op. It is.
It is
You want
co-op.
to integrate.
Because there's lots of cards, and I'm like, hey, I need to know what your top card is so that I can play my card. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of, you need to know what the other person's doing or what's in their hand.
But yeah. And get the cards you like. You like Venom, you like Captain America. I mean, the downside is some sets are limited runs or out of production, so you might be able to not find what you're looking for, but always check eBay. There will be sets out there that people are selling and trying to get rid of at maybe lower cost. I mean, I got the X-Men set. I don't know if they're going to reprint the X-Men set. They do reprint them. It takes a while for Upper Deck to get through that cycle sometimes, so you might just have to wait. It is kind of annoying that some of the ones that you want are in different sets, like the Secret Wars, Volume 1, Volume 2. There's like one character she kind of wanted and is in one of those sets, and it's like, yeah, we're going to really track that down. So, but otherwise, solid game, great collection. It's got lots of life in it.
Yes, it does.
So if you do not have a deck builder, or if you're looking for a different type of deck builder, definitely consider.
I agree. Thanks for watching.
Take care.